Hey everybody, Rune the Gaming Dad from the Ark Trade Federation, and today we are on Genesis 2 Ark Official PVE, going over some new stuff that if you want to move some stuff from map to map, especially with Genesis 2 being a great place to gather resources, it'll allow you to take a lot very quickly. As you can see in the inventory here, we got a lot of stuff. In fact, it's about 33,000 pounds worth of stuff. So how are you able to move around? How are you able to do all this? So with the new update and the patch to Ark, you can go into the inventory of a Tek Dedicated Storage and transfer all the resources to it, to yourself, and it'll allow you to be encumbered with up to, as you can see here, almost 33,000 pounds. The same won't work when you try to do something outside of Tek Dedicated Storage, as you can see with the chem bench there. So how do we move around? So if you hold the control button down, even with 33,000 pounds, with the tech suit on Genesis 2, it does not require any element to make the features of the tech suit activate. So it does allow you to kind of walk, or at least speed walk, with the tech suit. Also, another tip with the tech suit, if you hold down the right click button and tech punch, even with all of that weight in the air, you can still get in the air, and you can use the shift and control keys to still fly in the air. So if you need to take resources to a mission terminal, the transfer, if you don't have a transmitter, you can do so. And you can even fly quickly, as you can see there, just overshot the platform a little bit, and we'll get her back into play here. But such a great new thing with Tek Dedicated Storage in Ark. So you used to have to be able to open up the inventory and hit the O button to what they call popcorn that stuff out. And you can use the whip to pick it up. As you can see here, just using the regular jump key doesn't allow you to jump because it says it's too heavy for us to jump. But you can use that tech punch to go forward, or you can just hold down the control button and move forward. If you're lucky enough to have beaten the boss on Genesis 2, the Rockwell Prime fights, you can have an exomech, and the exomech has a lot of weight to it. As we jump in here, even I weigh 33,000 pounds, and this exomech can still move around a little bit. So, and that exomech still does have stuff in its inventory as well. So, as you can see, you can overload yourself on Genesis 2 and still have the ability to transfer items out. So, as you can see, we're walking around here. It's not fast, but it works. So if you have an exomech that you need to transfer items, you can. So let's jump back in the transmitter here and open her up. And you say we still got a timer here. So we're going to be back in just a second when that timer gets closer to transfer. Alrighty, here we go. So we're back. And as you can see, that timer ticking down now. So now let's transfer it to a different map and take those resources with us. So we'll transfer it to our Valkyro server here. These are all Ark Official settings. So here's what you need to do to get those items from one map to another. So when you transfer to a different map, you won't have any element to take with you. You can take an element dust with you and craft an element and use your tech pants. But what I like to do is get my Tek Stryder near my Tek Dedicated Storage. So if you have Genesis 2 and you've tamed a Stryder and you transfer that Stryder to a different map, it can't be cryopotted, which is unfortunate. But if you keep that Stryder and you get it as close as you can to your Tek Dedicated Storage, when you log into that map, you're going to want to hit that Stryder bed because it will allow you to spawn into that map. So as you can see here, we're going to go down to the bottom and we're going to spawn in right at our Tek Stryder. And then, so when you first log into a map, you can move around just a little bit before the game realizes you have 33,000 pounds of things in your inventory. As you can see here, I can take maybe a half a step, and then the game starts to realize, whoops, you got all kinds of stuff. But as you can see, we're on top of the Stryder here. We can't move with all that weight, but we can access the Stryder's inventory by hitting F. You can see we can hit E to ride. But if we hit F to pull up that inventory, we're going to transfer resources over to that Stryder. Now we're still weighed down. Now the Stryder's weighed down. But if you're near your Tek Dedicated Storage, all you've got to do when we get out of the menu here, and you can see our Tek Dedicated Storage through the window there, our replicator. So we're pretty close. We're not right next to it by any means, but we're pretty close. Get right on that post and hold down E and go to Transfer and transfer to nearby dead storages. All of a sudden, all that stuff that was in the Stryder's inventory is now moved. And all you've got to do is rinse and repeat over and over again. Now, you will have to have Tek Dedicated Storage for each one of the resources that you're transferring ready to go. So you will need to have at least one in there. But as you can see, I'm just doing it over and over again. So a real easy way to not use element, so you don't have to take any element dust with you. You don't need to do anything other than have a Stryder at your new base near your Tek Dedicated Storage, and you can just keep transferring and transferring and transferring. And as you can see, I took a ton of crystal with me. Genesis 2, if you take a Tek Stryder out into the space biome during the crystal cycle, let me tell you something. You can fill up a Tek Dedicated Storage with crystal pretty easily and pretty quickly. So as you can see, I've just transferred all of those resources. My inventory is now empty, and we'll go down and I'll show you some of these Tek Dedicated Storage. It will be transferred over as we head up the ramp here. And there's your Stryder right outside. So pretty close, right? But not right next to it. And as you can start to see, there's a lot of the resources, the gems that we took over, a lot of those resources we took over. So with the Tek Dedicated Storage allowing you to transfer items directly out of it and basically encumber yourself far beyond any other time, great update to Ark, great thing to be able to transfer stuff to different maps. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and we will see you on the next video.